Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on The Avengers, United They Stand, issue number 1. Now, in case you didn't wondered, if you have watched my review on the TV series, Avengers United Stand was meant to be a somewhat way to make a futuristic Avengers. And on the cover we have Ant-Man saying, "Avengers Assemble!" with all the team getting ready to fire and stuff. So the comic starts off at near the Adventure Mansion, where the tour guide explains that this is the Avengers Mansion, and that he'd be happy to drive them to where the Scarlet Witch's garden is, to where she has a day off, that they can't get out near the Invention Gates. So everyone is wondering what they do on their day off, and we have the team. Adding in Black Panther. Now, it's unknown if he would have shown up had the show got a season 2, but it's unknown at the point. So everyone is training with these new robots Hank's been setting up. So Wasp stingers don't work, so she heads to where her husband is to show them to her and all that. So it made it to the lab where Hank Pym and Bill Foster are working on a cybernetic sort of robot and testing it out. So she explains to her husband that the stingers aren't working, so he says to put it on the table and he'll work on it later. So he's been working on the cybernetics for quite some time. Jarvis shows up, takes the pizza boxes and cans of cola, and lets them continue doing their work. Yeah, I like how he's all silent, not to disturb them, saying, "I'm gonna take your stuff for you," and all that. At the same time, Jarvis walks in and sees Wonder Man in the fridge trying to look for something to eat, and he says, "The chicken Dawn is for dinner, please don't touch it." And says there is a sandwich, but that's a Scarlet Witch, but he says he's happy to make one similar to that one. So Wonder Man goes to take the sandwich to Scarlet Witch. At the same time, Scarlet Witch is sending a letter to her brother Quicksilver, and Wonder Man shows up with the sandwich, which kind of reminds me of a porn sort of style movie, except without the pizza boxes. So explains about his training, that he set off a new record, and Scarlet Witch jokes a bit, but suddenly the room goes blackout, and Bill Foster's taping the whole thing with Hank Pym's sort of studying research. Wasp pressed the button, suddenly Hank's like, "No, no, 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 get out, hunt, kill, attack," and he's asking what's wrong. And suddenly Hank goes crazy, and it turns out Ultron has come to life, and that he's pretty much building himself up as the ultimate life form. And suddenly he is revealed, saying 100110. At the same time, after the training thing, Black Panther asks, "My kingdom of Wakanda is not so hidden from the world that we don't play baseball, Hawkeye." So suddenly Wasp is battling Ultron, and everyone is trying to get ready. Well, Wasp pretty much is getting creamed. At the same time, Ultron shows up where Jarvis is, and also Scarlet Witch and Wonder Man get Jarvis's distress signal, with Ultron using him as a decoy. So the team get ready, but in the process they get pretty much slagged at this point. Now, this is the reason why the show was pretty terrible. I mean, they always got creamed. At the same time, Wonder Man and Scarlet Witch show up, and Wonder Man takes off one of the bots, saying, "Yo!" And at the same time, Scarlet Witch and Hawkeye get badly beaten, and Wonder Man ends up taking down Ultron, but no success. But meanwhile, we have Mr. Sikorsky, who explains that he's pretty much screwed up big time. His team have almost all been captured, and he's blaming this literally on him. Plus, the Black Panther is pretty much in critical condition, and he's blaming it on Hawkeye. And we've got a Spider-Man weed sort of comic about drugs. I'm going to pass that on later. So I'll do that, might do it on a future review. At the same time, Hank shows up feeling pretty responsible, and that the Wakandians have planned to take him back for medication and stuff. So Wasp explains that this is not Hank's fault, and so he still has an idea to use the set of futuristic armor to help them, in their process. And Bill Foster says that he's willing to have the same process as well. And at that point, we never see him again after this comic. I don't think so. So after Hank works on the new suits, everyone is pretty happy that they've got the new suits up. This is the starting point of how bad it is. So Wasp and everyone show up in their new armors, and the team get ready. And at the same time, Ant-Man goes in, and suddenly Ultron shows up, big, badder, and improved. And the team try to take him down, and to no success. And Ultron is pretty much bowing him down. He says, "Do you like me? Do you like it, father?" And he says, "Don't call me that." Yeah, that's pretty much the starting point to Hank's going crazy. He's about to take him down. Suddenly, the team eventually take down Ultron, and at the point, the team think it's all over, and they're pretty much thinking they've done good. But really, Ultron is still alive, and will show up in the first episode. And at this point, you could tell that the writers wanted to make this series the biggest thing, with all the episode names, reviewing some of the cast members and all that. Now, the issue is kind of alright. I mean, it's not bad. Now, the issue takes place 6 months before the TV series in the timeline, and it just feels like it was trying to be a marketable attempt, like Spider-Man Unlimited. Now, I don't mind X-Men Adventures, that was pretty good, and Spider-Man Adventures had a short run, but still pretty good. So I give this comic a thumbs in the middle. It's alright if done much better, but really, Avengers United They Stand is a comic that shouldn't have happened, but could have done better. So this is my review, comic reviewer here, signing out.